Hey, what's going on? This is Jesus again from Station, and today we're going to be looking at how we can display different data based on the user's current location. So I'm creating this website, which is a directory website, and in this case, we're going to be using the user's current location to display listings nearby them. I'm sorry. So the first thing that we want is we want to install this IP geolocation by zero code. So if you type IP geo, it should be the third one. So IP geo is what you want to type on the search bar, and it's this one, the third one. So once you install it, there's no setup required, so there is no data that you need to enter or anything like that. But the next thing that you want to do is so this layout, I'm going to make a column. Something I like to do is I like to create a group that is a row and goes across. I'm going to change the color so we can know where it is. So that's a group where we're going to be dropping our IP geolocation. So here we go. There's the IP geolocation. The type for this IP geolocation, you want to make sure that you're using the response IP. Let's see. Right here. Response IP geolocation, and on yes. If you change it to no, that means that it's not going to collect the geolocation for your user. That's it. We're going to create a second group that again is going to be a column and it's going to stand across, and the type for this group, it will be listings, which is how I call mine. So if you have a restaurant only site, it might be restaurant or hotel or whatever the case is. So mine is going to be listing, and that's it. You don't need to add anything in the data source. Third thing we're going to do is we're going to drop a repeating group, and again the data type will be listing. I want this to be center, so right here, let's see, to make this 240, 1080, I don't know, something I like to do. This one is going to be one row, and for how big they're going to be, it's going to be about 330. That looks about right. Listen, I'm not trying to teach you how to style anything. I just like it to look really nice, you know. So on the search, you're going to go back to appearance, and you're going to search for listings. Do a search for, again, listings, but this search, you want it to be filtered. Let's see. And the constraint, let's make sure. Okay. So the city equals your IP geolocation data, city. So basically what you're saying is that the city here on your listing page, so which in my case is a test, and it needs to be a test. It doesn't work if you use option sets or if you use a different data type. Linking it to it will not work. It needs to be a test. I don't know why, but that's just the way it works. And that's all you need to do. So here we're going to add an image. current seller listing, let's see, feature image, and we're going to preview it. I would add something else here so you can see that it's working. So current seller listing city, so you can see that these listings are within the city. So both of them, the city is listed as Killeen, and there's a third. This is all dummy data, so city Killeen, and El Paso. This one in El Paso is a McDonald's. So as you can see, the ones that said Killeen, they're displayed. So if we go back and delete the filter, so if we only leave that, refresh the page, now we got McDonald's, Dumburger, and Cane's. We go back and filter the data, and I'm just doing this so you can see location data city, IP geolocation data city, yep, and refresh the page, we only got 2. So that's how it works. There are some other ways that you can use it based on tests that I did. I just need to figure out exactly how to make it completely work. So the address is within, let's say, 5, in my case I live in the United States, 5 miles of, this is the part that I'm not sure how to figure out. I'm still working on that. Maybe that would be for another video. But there you have it. You can show listings based on the user's current location. It's a nice way to provide some custom experience to your users, make it a little bit nicer for them. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, leave any questions in the comments, and make sure you follow me on Twitter. My Twitter link will be down in the comments below. I share different tools and different use cases for Bubble, different tutorials, written tutorials on Twitter, so make sure you follow me there. And like I said, if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer any questions. This was actually a question from one of the users, so there you have it. I would try to answer your questions as best as I can, if I can. So yep, that's it for today. Have a great one.